down from nobody.
Kobe and LeBron one-on-one, who win?
Everybody knows I'm the best one-on-one player. That's not.
When you go between Kobe and LeBron, I mean, it's incredible. He's just high energy all the time.
I love the competitive nature that Kobe has, and I looked up to him for a long time.
On a beautiful 70-degree day in South Florida, it is the usual sellout crowd, better than 20,000 turning out at American Airlines Arena. The NBA on TNT is being presented by State Farm. It's Kobe Bryant and the Los Angeles Lakers facing LeBron James and the Miami Heat. Miami coming off Tuesday night's victory over San Antonio, sparked by LeBron James turning it from that 17-point deficit to win by 22. While the Lakers, in their last game this past Monday night in LA, on this three-point shot by Derek Fisher with 3 seconds left, pulled out a win over Dallas. Not a pretty game, a 73-70 final, but the Lakers will certainly take it. Hi, everybody. Marv Albert, Steve Kerr, Craig Sager. First, the injury report. Dwayne Wade continues to sit out with that sprained ankle. LeBron James was questionable because of the flu, but he will play. And, of course, in the starting lineup, which sets up a pretty nice marquee matchup, Kobe and LeBron.
Not bad. The two top scorers in the NBA going head-to-head. And, of course, with Wade out, Miami has gone 4-0, and LeBron has really stepped it up offensively in his absence. So he's gonna try to score tonight. Interesting, they will not start on each other, Mark, because of the matchups. Both coaches reluctant to put them on the other, but I think periodically we'll see them guarding each other.
Let's check out those starting lineups for the Lakers, who have won 6 of their last 7. Pau Gasol, Matt Barnes, Andrew Bynum up front, Derek Fisher, Kobe Bryant in the backcourt. Miami had dropped 3 straight on the road before the win the other night at home against San Antonio, and the one change in their lineup, Shane Battier starting in the absence of Dwayne Wade. Battier making only his 2nd start of the season, and we'll see quite a bit of Shane Battier going up defensively against Kobe Bryant.
Well, remember when he was in Houston and they had that 7-game series against the Lakers several years back, Battier really learned everything he needed to know about Kobe, and he says all he tries to do is keep him off the foul line and not let him get into the paint.
Miami in their black uniforms. The Heat distributing 20,000 back in black T-shirts to match the jersey color of the team for 6 of their games, including tonight. While the Lakers in yellow with what used to be called form blue by the one-time owner of the Lakers, Jack Cat Cook, which is actually purple. Shot clock at 5 as Bryant fires a 3 that has not been a strength for Kobe or the Lakers thus far this season.
Oh, Mark, we've talked a lot about this matchup, Kobe versus LeBron, but really from a team standpoint, this is about tempo for Miami versus half-court execution for the Lakers. Miami really making a point this season of pushing the ball. They're getting out in transition, scoring at a much higher clip. And the Lakers, meanwhile, don't get anything easy. They've got to rely on half-court execution and precise offense.
Miami averaging 107 points a game, which leads the NBA, and they shoot 49%, which also leads the league. Chalmers for 3. And Barnes with the rebound.
And Lakers, meanwhile, Mark, averaging just 93 points per game, down almost 9 points a game from a year ago. Of course, the new coach, Mike Brown, different philosophy. Andrew Bynum gets fouled there.
Just moments ago, the scene as LeBron James with a hug for his former head coach in Cleveland, Mike Brown.
Not surprising to see LeBron go over there and give Mike a hug. I think the way things ended in Cleveland, the circumstances were very strange. I don't think anything ever really happened in terms of any altercations, but I think the way that LeBron left, and with Cleveland bowing out of the playoffs that year when they were the #1 seed, and all the turmoil that was going on with LeBron's impending departure or possible impending departure, it was strained. There's no question their relationship was.
I think that is the word. Nothing serious but strained.
Yeah. And that is very common in the NBA. See a lot of strained relationships, so much pressure, particularly with star players and coaches.
Bosh off the mark. Fisher is on it. Lakers just 1-4 on the road. Different story at home. They've won 9 of their 10 games as Pau Gasol able to hit from in close.
And that's the Lakers' advantage in this game and in every game, Marv. As great as Kobe is, the Lakers' length with Gasol and Bynum gives them a huge advantage. And they've got to pound Miami inside.
LeBron on the drive, trying to bank it. Bynum with the rebound. Battier back as Bryant fires. Bynum hits the floor. Here come the Heat. They have a 5-on-4. Good pass from James to set it up. Three-pointer for Mario Chalmers.
Bynum goes down, and it's a semi-fast break for Miami. LeBron, as he usually does, finds the open man.
Lakers just finished a stretch playing 5 games in 7 days. As Bryant misfires again. And they actually had 2 days off following the game Monday night, but this now is a back-to-back in Florida. Tomorrow night they play the Magic in Orlando, then back home to LA for the surprising Pacers, followed by another matchup with the Clippers. James able to drill it.
And going back to that Lakers schedule, after going home for a couple games, they turn right around and go back to the East Coast. So, you know, everybody's got to get used to it this year. This condensed schedule, a lot of crazy travel. And again, there's no advantage for anybody. It's difficult for everyone.
Oh, nice tip, a reverse tip by Gasol off the miss by Bynum.
I think as long as the Lakers don't turn the ball over, they should be able to hang close. It's a decent matchup unless Miami gets out in transition. The thing that bothers the Lakers more than anything is a quick playmaking point guard. Their perimeter defense, particularly at the point guard, has suffered over the years, but this is not a Miami team that has that type of player. Their penetration comes from Wade, who's injured, and from LeBron, who I think is a little easier to stay in front of for the Lakers defense and their personnel.
Crowd wanted to travel on Bryant. Here's Gasol. Lakers with an 8-5 lead here in the early moments. And Eric Spoelstra taking the early timeout.
You know, the tempo is exactly where LA wants it, and I think Eric Spoelstra recognizes that. He needs to change the tune here a little bit and try to get his team going.
Welcome back to Miami. LA leads by 3. At yesterday's Miami practice, Eric Spoelstra served up a steady diet of turnovers. The Miami Heat lead the league in turnovers per game with over 17. Now, what Eric Spoelstra says is some are caused by the aggressive style of play, others by the lack of continuity. But the mindless ones, the sloppy ones, are the ones that make him sick to his stomach. So the film session included turnovers from 13 games. Every game, every sloppy turnover, 101 in all. It was 8.5 per game. And he says this is the #1 area where we can improve. A steady diet, a film session of turnovers.
All right, Craig and Steve, you did mention with emphasis mindless and sloppy as Battier hits the 3 and Bryant tried to break down court, but Miami got back.
Well, it's a philosophical change for Miami this year, as Gasol gets fouled by Bosh on the jump shot. But you think about this Heat franchise, for 16 years, Eric Spoelstra has been here either as an assistant or a head coach. And their mindset has been defense, defense, defense. And it comes from that man, Pat Riley. That's the way he coached with the Knicks and the Heat, and that's the way he brought up Spoelstra. So that's the way this team played a year ago. And they really didn't use their speed and quickness with Wade and LeBron as much as they could have. And when they lost in the finals last year, Eric Spoelstra said, you know what, I needed to think outside the box. We did as an organization, and we had to figure out a way to take advantage of all of our talents. And so they're really committed to pushing the ball But as Craig said, to this point, they're making a lot of sloppy mistakes in transition and with that pace. So that's the big adjustment they have to make here as they go forward.
And at the other end, the tip is put home by Joel Anthony. Miami able to keep it alive, and Anthony with the bucket. At the other end, Miami allowing 99 points a game, which is 26th in the league, but that's a deceptive number as Fisher comes up short because the pace has changed. So the opposition has many more possessions, so he'll live with that if you're averaging 107 points a game, leading the league in scoring.
Yeah, I think the big thing, big stat is scoring margin. I mean, if you're outscoring your team, your opponent by a lot, you'll live with that. Bosch can't get the hook shot to go, but Spoelstra told us it's taken him a little adjustment because it's so ingrained in him to be a defense-first coach.
Kobe Bryant, starting the way he did the other night against Dallas, missed his first 4 shots. He had the 4 consecutive 40-point games. That ended the other night. The block from behind by Gasol. Battier came up short, and Gasol is on it. The other night, Bryant 7 for 22 with just 14 points. Nice move by Bynum. Game is tied at 10, just under 6 minutes remaining in this first quarter. Bosch with the fake, rejected. It counts in the foul. Bynum got a piece of it. Also made contact with Bosch.
What a shot from Chris Bosch. Bynum doesn't like the call, but more often than not, when you swing down at a shot like Bynum will here, as you see Bosch with the fake, he goes up. Bynum, when you swing down like that, usually you're going to get the call from the official, and somehow Bosch hangs and gets that shot to go.
Bosch had a big game against San Antonio here on Tuesday. 30 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists.
So we talked about the fact that Miami's 4-0 without Dwayne Wade in the lineup as Matt Barnes launches a quick 3. But both Bosch and LeBron have exploded offensively in Wade's absence. I think they've just taken it upon themselves to really be aggressive.
Another foul on Bynum. That's his second. Sending Joel Anthony to the line.
Here are those numbers we talked about Tuesday against the Spurs. I mean, look at that outburst from James and Bosch. Most of the damage coming in the second half during that huge comeback.
Still, I think Eric Spoelstra would prefer to see Dwayne Wade back on the floor.
Probably a good call.
Miami by 2. We'll be right back. Very nice. The soundbite, right. Mm-hmm.
Good. In terms of, oh yeah, adjust, yeah. Yeah, that's right. You should